Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be about this bag, the Celine Nano belt bag, and we're gonna do a quick review. I've now had this bag for at least a year and a half. Oh, it might be closer to 2 years, I'm not sure, but I have really been loving this bag, and most of the time when I need a bag for like going out shopping or just having like a fun like day date where I'm kind of dressing up, this is the bag I go for. Not necessarily for evenings, but during the day, if I'm dressing up and I can wear this pop of color that works with my outfit, it's this bag almost always that I choose. First, we'll go over some general features about the bag, then pros and cons, and then a what's in my bag, like what fits inside. So let's go ahead and get started. I tend to wear this primarily as a crossbody, but you can definitely wear it as a shoulder bag or as the top handle. And I love a top handle crossbody. That's my favorite kind of bag. One thing that's really lovely about this is because it only has the one handle and the handle is flexible, very comfortable to carry crossbody. And I know sometimes people get nervous about a like front flap bag crossbody, that can be kind of difficult to wear, especially if it has a top handle, because the top handle can dig into you. But because this molds so nicely and the flap isn't the whole bag, it's really actually not that big, I haven't found that to be a problem at all. The bag itself has a little bit of exposed area on the sides, and I almost always keep it unzipped. So you can see when I take the flap off, the zipper. To me, this is not enough to be super worried about, like security-wise. This side is obviously more. It is something I would keep in mind if it's like poor weather, and I wouldn't necessarily choose this bag because it doesn't fully zip. But on a typical day, that's not something that I worry about too much. The belt feature across the top is purely decorative. It's not something like the Kelly where you have to kind of undo it to get into the bag. So the way that you get in and out of the bag is through this flap, and there is a magnet, and then these hang low. And we'll talk about those a little bit more in a little while. The back has this detachable and adjustable strap. I find the length pretty good. I actually have it on the second longest length, and I'm 5'5". So if you are a little bit shorter or a little bit taller, there's quite a bit of room you can do with it. If you want to wear it on just a shoulder bag, it can, I mean, it's like probably like 8 inches that you can go shorter on this bag, and then you could go another 2 inches longer. So hopefully that can help you figure out based on your height if it would work for you. I find that a super comfortable carry. It's a larger crossbody for me, but it fits a ton and it doesn't look that large. Like, even though it fits so much and it is physically a little bigger than some of my other kind of more mini bags, I still think it looks really nice crossbody, and I do tend to wear it that way the majority of the time. I have an insert in the interior right now just to kind of protect it because it is a suede, or suede-like at least, lining, and it doesn't have any organization. It is just one big pit. There's no slip pocket or anything like that. So this little insert is nice to have because it does have 2 slit pockets, and I think it also is just helpful for protecting the bag. So I do like having an insert in it. You can see the way that the straps are attached right here, and because they have this kind of D-ring that they're attached to, that allows them to have that flexibility. So I think that's a general kind of look inside of the bag. So now pros and cons. The biggest cons for me, we'll start with that. There are 2. The first is that there are no feet on the bottom. That's number 1. And then the second is this magnet. So it's really easy, even though you kind of have to dig your hands under here, it's really easy to open it. The problem is closing it. The magnet kind of, did you hear that? Like, the magnet sounds like it's clasped, but it hasn't actually clasped, and you have to like push the button in, which is difficult to do when there's nothing inside of it, for it to fully clasp. Most of the time I don't really worry about it because the magnet still kind of works, at least when it's like that. But then sometimes I get super annoyed in pictures and things because you can see the little bit of that below, because it is annoying to actually close the magnet. Security wise, I guess you could be worried about somebody like pulling it open and digging their hand inside, but that's like a little bit of a process, you know? And when you wear it crossbody, it's on your frame. So that's not something that I have worried about, but yeah, most of the time I wear it like that, and I just kind of leave the zipper open and just let the magnet work, but not fully snap it closed, like snap it with that magnet. So that, I know some people, that's like a deal breaker for this bag. It honestly doesn't bother me that much because I do just wear it like this. But if I had to actually like make sure it was fully clasped, like that time it actually went fully. If I had to make sure that happened every single time, that would get annoying. So something to keep in mind. Things that I love about it, I love the pop of color. Celine does colors so well. There are so many different colors you can get. This one is called like ruby red. It's something like that, and it's such a beautiful color. It does have a little bit of wear on it, which I knew because I bought it secondhand from Fashion File. And honestly, I have worn this bag a bunch and I haven't seen any more wear. Because of the pebbled leather of it, it's super durable in my mind. And even the corners, which feel to me like they could wear a bunch, especially because there are not feet on this bag, I don't really notice it. Oh, another potential con for some people is the straps. Some people like for the straps to stay totally straight, which means it's very difficult to store. I store it with the straps tucked under, and I like that look, so that doesn't bother me, but that would annoy me if like I tried to practically keep them straight all the time. I actually kind of prefer it to stay as one piece and not have other pieces hanging down. But yeah, if you like the look of it straight, that's another thing to keep in mind. Otherwise, I like the belt feature and I don't really find it in the way or anything because it's not something that you have to deal with except to put your hand under here to open it. I also really like how the branding is subtle on the bottom, and again, I really like the versatility of carrying it. The zipper compartment, I do wish the zipper was full length, but the zipper works really well. It's easy to use. It does tuck under on this side, so if you are going to use the zipper, it's easier to pull it out and then zip. But yeah, I just personally don't really use the zipper very often. I guess if it was raining, I would attempt to close it and like move all my stuff over. But the inside, because it's suede like that anyway, even with an insert, you're going to get some damage to that. So I really just don't wear it when it's raining, which is unfortunate because the actual exterior of the bag could handle that no problem. So anyway, it sounds like a lot more cons than pros when I'm actually like going through everything, but I swear I really love this bag. I have no problem carrying it. I really enjoy it. I love the color. I love the size. I love how much it fits. So now let's look at what fits inside. Took out the insert. First thing we're gonna try is an iPad. That fits. Giant sunglass case. Getting a little tight, but fits. I guess, you know, I usually keep the sunglasses in there. Mini wallet. Keys. Pouch. And here is how we're looking. So there's some room on top, but the whole bottom, see that? The whole bottom is taken over. If I wanted to do something like a giant battery pack or something, I can easily fit that in as well.
My pool.
Did you try to fit your water bottle?
Yeah.
Okay, does it fit? Let's see. Not quite, almost. That is it. I hope that this review was helpful. If you have any questions, please do leave them down below. I have no plans to get rid of this one anytime soon, and it is definitely a bag that I would recommend, but do keep in mind all of the different like pros and cons that I talked about before. Hope y'all have a wonderful day, and I will see you in a future video. Bye.